Hello, non-binary people and others. Today I'd like to talk about Wacha Kecha, or KechaWacha. I remember what part of the name comes first. It's one of my favorite Gen 4 monsters. It's my favorite Gen 4 monster. Even topping my beloved Mitsutsune. I'm not gonna explain why there tape on it. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about it because you can't stop me, and I can't stop myself. So it's a fanged beast, which is a kind of weird category because I think it's mainly just the funny monkeys. I think Atsuros is in there. I think all of the non herbivorian mammals are just in there. I think like Dumbaros or like counts as herbivore. So yeah, it's kind of like a weird category to put monsters in because obviously Atsuros and the monkeys and like Atsuros, Lagombi and the monkeys have nothing really to do with each other. So I really think there should just be either a mammal category, which would be a little bit weird to call it that. Hairy wyverns. That would be a great category name. Anyway, the funny monkeys are pretty funny. I quite like them. Um, I don't think there are any apes in that category. I think they have all tails. Does Kongala... Kongala was the pink one, right? Damn it. There's the snow funny monkey. I think that one has like a really short tail. Otherwise it might be an ape. I mean the humans would be probably considered apes in the Monster Underworld too. I mean science fiction, not fantasy. Yeah, but KechaWacha is described as lemur-like, at least in the wiki. I assume it was in the game because I don't think anybody in the Monster Hunter fandom really cares about like biology. But then again, I guess it makes more sense to be a lemur than anything else because it has a really weird face. Like it has an elephant's face with like a relatively short trunk and like gigantic ears which it can use as a mask. Um, I think the trunk makes somewhat sense. It can like spit water with it. I mean, it's probably just like a weird mixture between water and snot. But yeah, it infects you with water blood, so I assume it's just like a very sticky liquid. Again, probably mainly snot. Maybe a little bit of spit mixed in there. I wonder how it would taste to drink it. And I think it mainly uses it to like surprise predators when it like it hides its face beneath its mask ears, and then it would like the predator would come too close, it would like spit it affected with water blight and then fly away. It can fly. Why can the funny monkey fly? Like I get it. It has someone that resembles the wings, but it should not be able to fly the way it does. Like glide, maybe a little bit, but not fly. Why would it fly? I mean, it makes sense. Why wouldn't it fly? But why would flight evolve in a monster that is very obviously not that very obviously hasn't started like small. Like flight would evolve in animals because they're like small, and so it would be easier to like glide between trees because obviously there would such places would be very small and massive, and while you know lemurs, I guess, live in trees. Some of them are more grounded, but you know in the general, some of them live only in trees. But then again, it's not very lemur-like, it's just also not very monkey and ape-like. Plus, in general, the funny monkeys are pretty large, even the smaller ones, so it doesn't even make sense for it that it like started small, then developed something to resemble flies, and then kind of loses it, because it can still very much fly like fly, not just glide fly. I mean, it does like to hang in trees, or at least I guess a gameplay mechanic it does. It's weird hook claws, which is also kind of weird because primates don't usually have claws. But I'm not knowledgeable enough about lemurs, maybe. Maybe that's like the distinction they do with lemurs and monkeys. Let's talk about the ancestral step in general. It's kind of like a weird place. I don't think it's natural. In the For You intro, you can see it like at a body of water. I assume it's supposed to be a coast, or maybe it's just like a big lake. It wouldn't make sense as a coast because then it wouldn't be a step. I mean, if there was a lake, then yes, it would be a step, but you can't see anything over the horizon. It's just a body of water, so it doesn't really make sense as a lake if it's supposed to be a lake, which I don't think it is. There are also a lot of ruins from the ancients, which I presume carved them into the mountains, but that wouldn't explain why the stone is so red. Like it's something you would, unless they put the blood into their brick recipe. The blood of KechaWachas, and that's why they're so good at hiding with the. Oh my god. I should make like lore videos about Monster Hunter. It's pretty easy. There isn't any. Let's get back to KechaWacha. The funny monkey, more specific. Its category is the fox monkey, as a strange fox monkey, which is weird because there are foxes in the Monster Hunter universe. I don't think there are any. Like, I guess Nagakuga. Maybe they're like small Nagakugas. Like relatives of Nagakuga. It would be like fox-like. But in general, there's nothing really fox-like in the Monster Hunter universe. And the only thing that would put it even closer fox, it's orange fur. Speaking about the fur, the difference between it and its variant is that the variant is grey. Obviously, it's a very simple variant to explain. It's not like a sand barrier or some other weird stuff like that. Obviously, the pigment just isn't being developed within the body, and therefore it gets away from the ancestral step because it can't really hide there, because casuals probably aren't that good at fighting like Rathians and Seljases, which I assume are like the main thing that hunt them. Except obviously the humans who use their blood to make bricks made of flesh. I don't know why would they be made of blood and flesh. I think it's a little bit overkill, but then again, it's no lore within Monster Hunter, so you can't prove me wrong. I think T-Rexes also show up in the ancestral forest step. Within the trailer at least. Have I mentioned it already? It's my second take, I don't know. It kinda just flows all together. I can't remember what my last sentence was. I have ADHD, I am not good at remembering things I've already said. Going back to KechaWacha, it can spit fire. Obviously that's not it's just weird, like you can think something about like the water bite it can inflict in its normal form, weird snot spit, but I think the only way it would be possible for it to spit fire would be to like just it being acid or something like something like birds, but it's just again just a weird body fluid. I assume that would happen because of its different diet, because it would need to live in different areas and therefore it would have a different diet. Therefore, something maybe in the chemistry goes wrong. It makes the snot spit and it just becomes acidic. I also assume that would hurt the KechaWacha is probably because and that's probably why it's a gray KechaWacha is more aggressive. I assume it's more aggressive. It's a variant which are usually later in the game, and therefore I assume it's more aggressive, even though I've never played 4 or 4U, and I don't think it shows up in Genu. Genu is like my favorite game. I should know that. Look at this funny palinko. It was also covered until it fell off when I picked it up. Alright, should I collect my thoughts on KechaWacha? It's great. My favorite Gen 4 monster, which says a lot because Gen 4 has a lot of very good monsters, especially a lot of very unique monsters. I mean, it has like the snake, and the bugs, and the spiders. And I think that the dwarves is with new monster types. But yeah, I really think that funny monkeys in general should get more attention, more types. I mean, there's so much more you could do with funny monkeys, except stinky monkey, orange monkey, and cold monkey. And then color swap with those monkeys. I really think that there should be more done with them. Like, it's kind of weird that we didn't get a monkey in the world. Like obviously the skeleton probably didn't work correctly, but it would have just fit so well within the ancestral ancient forest. Like, I get the names mixed up. They're all the same. It's all just so boring. The names are so bad for of all the regions. I think ancestral is like even one of the more unique ones. Even it sounds kind of boring. Like, the names are really bad. That's the thing you should take away of this video. The names of the locations are pretty bad.